think the status of publishing is definitely better than it was 20 years ago, 30 years ago when I started, as far as African American authors and illustrators, and just books that are available for children of color to see themselves in. We still have a ways to go. One of the things that bothers me about the treatment of books by people of color, and that's African Americans, Hispanics, Asians, is the kind of systematic marginalization of those books, which I speak to all the time when I'm addressing teachers and librarians in particular, who are in the habit of bringing out books by authors of color, African Americans for, the month of February, or bringing out Latino work, Cinco de Mayo or Cesar Chavez Day, or slating Asian books for Chinese New Year, that sort of thing, and nobody questions it. And also the notion of focusing on books by authors of color in schools where those students predominate, which is totally a mistake on so many levels. But one in particular is that, the artist creates work with a view to showing the reader or the viewer, if it's visual art, the ways in which we are all alike beneath the skin. And so it is really critical not only to share those works with the people of the same culture, but to share those works with people of other cultures. So it's even more important that, non-blacks or non-Asians, non-Latinos are reading this literature. And where is a safer place to learn about another culture than between the pages of a book? So these works need to be shared. The other fallacy in that kind of marginalization is that the work is universal. The subject matter is universal. And how better to teach young readers that than to give them books in which they can see that for themselves, learn that for themselves, and move beyond this just perpetuation of institutional racism. And when I talk to teachers and librarians about this, what I've discovered is that very little of this is intentional. And so you can, always start with the assumption that this isn't intentional. And generally it isn't. And when they're made aware of it, they stop doing it. And they say, oh, you're right, I do that, I didn't even think about it, So, so that's really an important message to get out.